In this first stage, I tell the students an anecdote using the past perfect but unconsciously.
Hi guys, how are you? So today I want to read you something that I brought for you. It is an anecdote. I remember that last semester I had a group of adults just like you. And I hadn't thought the topic I was going to explain for them, so I had prepared a lesson with detail. It was kind of nervous, so I downloaded a video for a better explanation, and when I arrived to the classroom, I noticed I had forgotten my laptop.
As you notice, I use many sentences using past perfect during my anecdote.
So what about you guys? Do you have a similar experience? Okay, so I want you to discuss this question with the person next to you, and I want you to talk about something that you regret for, or if you had an experience like mine, okay?
As you notice, I asked them to discuss a question with a partner that helped them to activate their schemata. If a student don't have a partner, you can help him and act as another student. It is essential to pay attention to what the students are answering.
Can you share your answer with the rest of the classroom? What about you two?
It's important to let them share their answer with the rest of the group.
Excellent, yeah. So for this first activity, I'll give you a worksheet and you're gonna work in pairs. You need to fill the blanks and select the proper auxiliary in the correct tense of the verb, okay? You'll have 10 minutes. So are we going to just fill the blanks or read them out loud? Yes, we're going to fill the blanks. Are we going to work in pairs or individually? In pairs, okay? You can compare answers.
Remember that the first task should be completely controlled.
So let's check your answers. Who has the number 1? Okay, go ahead. Yes. Half or half? Half. Why do you think it's half instead of half? Yes, because we're talking about past. Excellent. Who has number 2? Yes? Are you agree? Yes. The verb is in past perfect. Past participle. Excellent. Guys, who can tell me what did you notice on the last activity? We're working with what? Yes, we're working with the past perfect. Excellent. So I'm gonna explain you in detail, okay? So here we have the past perfect. We know that we need the subject plus the auxiliary have because it's past. Then we need a verb in past participle. An example, I, the subject, have bought flowers, okay? Samantha, can you give me another example? You have rent.
Remember that in the explanation stage or in the teach stage, you should answer all the students' doubts. Don't forget to dedicate time to practice pronunciation.
Now guys, I want you to repeat after me. I have, again, have, yes, rented. Again, I have, tell me another verb. Now guys, remember this structure is for a positive statement. But what happens if we want to talk in a negative way? We need exactly the same. We need the subject, let's say I, But here in the auxiliary, instead of write have, what are we going to write? What do you think are we going to write? Yes, hadn't. Hadn't, excellent. Then again, the verb will be in what tense? Past participle. Give me a verb. Another verb, another one. Yes. Rented. I hadn't rented a house, an apartment, whatever you want. So, do we use it to talk about things in the future or in the past?
Don't forget to use
In the past.
CCQs to check
Do we
the
use
student's
have
comprehension.
or have? Have. In what tense are the verbs written? Yes, Pedro, we use the auxiliary have because we're talking about past. If we were talking about the present perfect, we use have or has if we're talking about third person. Remember that? Yes, that's why now we use the had. And this is a very, very common tense because we use it when we're talking about on real past things or when you regret about something. Like in my case, I wish I hadn't forgotten my laptop. Why? Because if I didn't forget my So guys, for this second activity, you're just going to circle the correct answer on the exercise B. It is similar to the first activity you did before, so you only have 3 minutes to complete it, and it will be individually. Go ahead.
Once they finish this activity, you could share answers with the whole group.
Now guys, you're gonna work in teams of 4, you 4, you 4, you 4, and you 4. Okay? And you're gonna read the second activity in the same worksheet. There is a dialogue and you need to read it and recreate something similar to that dialogue. Okay? I need you to use the past participle because at the end you're going to perform the conversation, okay? So you will have 10 minutes.
This is a freer activity in which students are going to play with the language they already learned.
Are you gonna work individually or in teams of 4? Yes, in teams of 4. So who can tell me what are we going to do? Yes, you're gonna read the dialogue and then you're gonna create a similar dialogue using what tense? Past perfect.
Again, the use of CCQs will help the teacher to know if the students comprehend or not the instructions. In this stage, the teacher should monitor.
So team number 1 to the front and share with the rest of the classroom. What did you create?
When the students present, it is important that the teacher takes notes. They will produce a language in a free way. Some students enjoy feedback at the end of their presentation. Some teachers consider that a good game for the wrap-up is the best activity ever.
Team A, and this will be Team B. You can choose a name randomly. And I'm gonna write 2 sentences for each team. The 2 of them are going to be wrong, so I want that one member of the team pass to the front, correct the sentences, and then another member should say, why is that correct?
Remember that at the end of the class, students should be confident with the language they learned.